Man literally killed his ex-girl or ex-wife or woman, whatever you want to call it, a day after the order of protection expired. Crazy out here in these streets. Check it out.
Tonight, a man on Long Island is accused of killing his ex just one day after an order of protection against him ran out. And cops say he killed the woman in front of their 2-year-old son, leaving that boy covered in his mother's blood. Eyewitness News reporter Lucy Yang has the story from the Nassau County village of Hempstead.
This is Jose William Funes Zabala. Nassau County police report he stabbed the mother of his child 34 times right in front of their traumatized 2-year-old boy.
I can't even imagine what that baby went through. It's just unbelievable.
It was Saturday night at this home in Hempstead, Long Island. The 29-year-old victim lived in the basement with her toddler. She had an order of protection against Funes Zabala.
Is this person from here? Is this person an American citizen? I just want to know. I always got to ask the question because I do stereotype. I absolutely stereotype. Stereotyping is a defense mechanism and it keeps you alive. Is this person from America? That's all I want to know.
Investigators believe she was caught in a violent relationship, finally getting help from the court when the baby had his skull and leg fractured. The tragic twist, her order of protection expired on Friday. The very next day, Funes Zabala apparently came back to the house, and when he learned she had moved on to another relationship, we're told he stabbed her to death.
His son was there while it occurred. He witnessed this and stayed there and remaining in full blood of his mother.
Authorities say Funes Zabala ran off and engaged in some self-inflicted wounds, but clearly was not as savage with himself. The baby, covered in blood, eventually found help upstairs in the house.
She tried to do the right thing, and hopefully her baby will be okay. I know she has no family here.
Experts have determined the defendant fit to stand trial for murder. Meanwhile, local police are encouraging anyone who feels unsafe to know that an order of protection can easily be extended.
I just want to know if they're from here, because that's not normal. That's not normal. You don't hear that here in the United States of the Americas. I mean, we got a lot of things going on. We got dudes with switches. We got P. Diddy out here having baby oil parties and freak offs. We got people disrespecting DDG when it came to Haley. And we're going to talk about that on After Hours tonight. But you don't hear this type of nonsense. You don't hear this one. No. We don't hear this one. And so I'm weirded out. I'm genuinely weirded out. And I'm not sure if these people are from here. They saying that she was staying in the basement. For whatever reason, the news is now reluctant to say whether people are literally from here or is this something that they bring in from their own culture over here to the United States of America. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm sorry. In addition to that, 4 people are arrested in an assault on former New York Governor David Paterson. Arrested. Check it out.
Well, 4 people are under arrest accused of assaulting former Governor David Paterson and his stepson over the weekend. The suspects include 2 boys, 12 and 13 years old.
All right, police still looking for one more assailant. Fox 5's Duarte Geraldino has more on how the attack happened.
On the right side of your screen is 34-year-old Diamond Mintor. On the left, 40-year-old Trevor Nurse. Police arresting the 2 of them in connection with a gang assault on former New York Governor David Paterson and his stepson, Anthony Sliwa. Both of the suspects are NYCHA employees.
He attacked me.
As he was being led into a police car, Nurse told reporters he was acting in self-defense.
He punched me in
He ain't got no hair.
The son punched me in my eye.
Are you on top of the fire myself?
Nurse is being charged with both gang assault and assault on a victim 65 years old and older. The former governor, who is 70, admitted on Good Day New York he didn't back down after being struck.
I know that the person that hit me, I smashed their head into the window at McDonald's and threw them on the ground.
The NYPD released surveillance footage of 5 suspects. Police say the gang assault took place just after 8:30 Friday night. Patterson explained it all started when his stepson saw 3 people climbing a fire escape on 2nd Avenue between 96th and 97th Street. He told them to stop. Later, when Patterson and his stepson went back outside, they ran into the same group.
Well, the bad thing is that when Anthony fell, which is usually the time that a fight ends, they continued to assault him.
2 juveniles ages 12 and 13 have already turned themselves in.
I was so happy that their parents came with them, that they turned themselves in, that they're being accountable here. I think that's a good start for them.
First of all, ain't the governor, the former governor, David Patterson, ain't he legally blind? Like, technically, he's legally blind. Man, this guy ain't trying to get into no beef with nobody, but I'm sure that he defended himself. He said, listen, I smashed his head up against that window at McDonald's, though. Shout out to the gov, getting him arrested and defending himself effectively. Out here dealing with all of these, y'all said he blind fury. Yo, shout out to, nobody should be putting their hands on nobody, and everybody want to be tough. Now you getting arrested, and you put your hands on the wrong one. So that's what happened with the gov over there in New York, or the former governor over there in New York. And then last but not least, Tiffany Henyard had to pull up on her trustees over there in Dolton. I don't really like doing reports on Tiffany Henyard anymore, but this is where we at. I'm going to just do a little quick hit. So we're not going to do a whole segment on it. We got more important things to get to.
Dolton's mayor walked into tonight's village board meeting 1 hour after it started and after trustees had approved several agenda items.
So I just want to come here and lay the law down as it relates to what's going on in our village and where we are and where we're going.
Tiffany Henyard walked out after saying she vetoed everything the board had done. Village attorney says that is not possible since vetoes must be written. Trustees' votes tonight address Dolton's deficit estimated at $2.8 million this year. The board approved steps to stop several high-priced vehicle leases and to sell the village-owned fitness center.
We have to be able to use what we have, whether it be collateral or anything, to save you guys. So we're not saving us, we're saving the community because we don't want to impose additional taxes or something for the negligence of what has happened over the last 3.5 years.
Tonight's meeting had been moved to the Park District after the Illinois Attorney General's office found Dolton violated the Open Meetings Act.
Happened several times.
And first of all, they caught this lady off guard. Let me show you how they caught her off guard on camera. Check it
3.5 years.
Tonight's meeting had been moved to the Park District after the Illinois Attorney General's office found Dolton violated the open meeting.
She wasn't ready. But I caught a little bit of this yesterday, and I was actually watching it as I was working and taking care of business inside of the studio because I had to redo the studio back because some people had needed my studio in order to record some stuff. But what happened, the additional context was Tiffany Henyard had a scheduled board meeting at where she normally would have a board meeting. The trustees wanted to separately have a board meeting in a completely different location, just in case additional people wanted to come in, because I guess based off of the act that you have to have enough room and accommodation for anybody that wants to come in. But judging by looking at this right now, it doesn't look like it was full anyway. So I'm not in favor of Tiffany Henyard at all. Tiffany Henyard wound up having to shut the meeting down and end the meeting that they would normally have in a normal place that they would have it, because if you don't have at least 3 trustees there, then you can't proceed with the meeting as far as the village business and things like that. So what she wound up doing was she had to shut that meeting down and then go over to where it is that they was at, because apparently they was doing their own thing and having their own meeting and they're not working together. So what I see here in the village of Dolton from both Tiffany Henyard and the trustees is complete dysfunction that's basically being ran by a bunch of people that look like them. They all look like each other. They all talk about how they want identity politics, how they want representation inside of these places. And what I see is complete incompetence on the side of all the people that are involved and all the people that were voted in there, because they all used to be friends prior to Tiffany Henyard wanting to becoming mayor of Dolton in the first place. And so I see a bunch of people that are completely dysfunctional, and I'm not going to just lay it at the feet of Tiffany Henyard. I believe it's at the feet of all of them. I think that all of them are completely dysfunctional.